That's a bop.
He's a Bob. It's a little
It's a
Bob.
bop.
Welcome
Yeah.
everybody to Clickbaity, Political Thirst Trap. I am one of your three hosts, but right now we got two hosts. Marcus Farrell, all the way live from Tallahassee, Florida. I took a little trip. As you can see, my background changed. I'm at my mama's house. She got all the cool, dope African black stuff. So welcome to the trap. Welcome to the Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. Our guy Mondale is with us, but I know who is with us. My dog, my brother from another mother, Benjamin P. Dixon. What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, man, I'm good. Now, you got to bear with me. You know I got to talk about that Tallahassee internet connection you got over there, bro.
Is it bad already?
Yeah, man. You can tell the difference between Tallahassee and Atlanta, but we can hear you. I can hear you great. It sounds good.
That's all right. Well, we're gonna try to keep going as much as possible. I see you clearly, and I'm plugged in. I see you pretty clearly. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like I'm having it's that upload speed. It's that upload. So let me stop uploading stuff then. How about that right there? Cancel uploads.
Oh yeah, no.
Cancel all uploads.
Watch it get crystal clear in about 2 seconds.
Right, you know what I mean. So I mean, there's a couple of things going on tonight, and again, I'm traveling, but I do want to give a update on brother Mondale. Mondale is doing some of God's work tonight.
That's it.
And I'm not mad at that whatsoever. He has to go get some money, go get that money for his profession, and you know his profession is actually saving Black and brown families around the nation. So he's doing work, man. But there's a lot of things I actually wrote. There's so much stuff going on the day after inauguration. But I just wanted to start off by saying, like, Ben, you know what I'm gonna call it? You know how you have AD, like 800 AD?
Oh, yes,
right?
brother, call it that. Do it.
I'm gonna call it 0001 AT after Trump. But see, I don't want to base it off an unchrist-like figure. So it's almost like basing it off of Satan himself. And we don't want to do it, and we don't want to do that either, right? So I want to be very careful. So how should we make this happen from now on, bro?
Bro, you got it, man. No, you picked the wrong night and the wrong person, because that's right up my alley, man. Like, what'd you call it again? Because I think we need to enshrine that forever.
Zeros, like this is after Trump. This is like day one after Trump.
That's star dates are going to be based on that. From Star Trek, star date 001433, you know, from right, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not only that it's after Trump, it's after America finally realized that its evil of white supremacy is evil enough to destroy the democracy itself. So it's a pivot point. I think it's an inflection point. Yeah.
It is the perfect place to sort of start a new generation of all types of stuff. And I mean, the unfortunate part about it is nothing is going to change.
The next
we're going to have to change ourselves, but I hope it is a sign, folks. Like, I hope this is a major sign for what's about to happen in society, man. But listen, I want to start today's show off because last night we got crazy as hell, and my internet is obviously choppy, but I can't tell, and I don't care. So if y'all gonna keep watching, y'all gonna keep watching. But you know, I care. But you know, on the same token, this is what I got right now. I'm traveling, so let's roll. Hey, you know, Biden's COVID-19 plan.
Yeah.
Him having one. So after the revelation early this morning that the Biden team was holding back, pretty much putting the Trump administration on blast for not even having a plan to roll out the COVID-19 vaccine. By the way, I managed to get my hands on one today. But for them to yeah. And that's real cool, right?
For real.
Yeah, no, I got the 2-shot version, not the 1-shot version.
Oh, so you done?
No, I got to go back and get the second shot.
Okay.
So I'm not done
yet.
Who
has the 1-shot? I thought they were all 2 shots.
Rich people. Nah, I think there is a 1-shot version. You know what I mean? Like whatever Trump got.
Yeah. They gave him, I don't know what the hell they gave, man. I didn't think Trump was going to make it. But you know what? it would have been too good for him through history if he did die from COVID-19, because then somebody would have wrote sympathetically of him, and now he gets to live the rest of his life as a reject. So that, I think that's better than dying of COVID for him.
Is it straight reject action, or are all the 71 million dummies? Well, no, let me not say dummies. Let me change that. He had 71 million people vote for him, and if he had won, 71 million people would have been happy about somebody not having a accurate plan to give out COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost, to me, it's like they lost their civic duty. They're not allowed to practice civics anymore in America. They shouldn't be, because I mean, the sheer ineptitude and irresponsibility of that administration is gonna make Biden look like FDR, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy, bro. And if he does, then I hope he's FDR, including black people this time.
Yeah, no, it has to be. It has to be. My son's running around here with his Mario hat cocked backwards. It has to be. And you know what? It's put up or shut up time, right? And I think they realize they have to put up, because honestly, if you take a look at your star date that you just outlined, 00001 AT, what happened on that initial day? He declared that white supremacy was analogous to domestic terrorism. And let's be real, the majority of the evils that we face in this world can be traced back to white supremacy. So if we declare war on white supremacy, we might actually start fixing some shit around here.
I think Trump should be villainized and cartoonized as a like almost as a kind of like a holiday figure, right? Because I know European countries have this, where they have a bad guy that they beat up on. Like in America, we don't have any holidays where we celebrate like assholes, right? Like, you dig what I'm saying? But there's other countries that celebrate, like they'll have a bad guy, like, and everybody will go and beat him with a soft pillow or something like that. The kids go and
that's amazing.
You know what I'm talking about?
We should have a purge day where everyone gets to beat up on burn Trump in effigy, just to remind us of where we came from. Because I mean, let's be real, bro. America almost ended. It was a few decision makers away from America ending as we know it, right? If a couple of more people had gone along with Donald Trump's plan, it would have worked.
Right. I mean, it's so what should we call it? Like, should we call it I don't know, Frump Day? We should call it Frumpus.
Frumpus. Dude, what is wrong with you? You coming up with this like what we said? No, you weren't Liquid Dookie. Who was that? Was Mondale. You said
that was Mondale with Liquid Dookie. I make up words.
Hot messness, and then the Disney eyes or something like that. Yeah,
Disneyfied.
Yeah, but nah,
hot messness, Disneyfied, and Frumpus. No, but it has to be Trumpus. Yeah, Trumpus. And we need and it's gonna be a big syringe. Like we're gonna hang metal syringes on it and put an orange wig on the top of it.
Oh my God. Can you imagine, bro? Like what Donald Trump has done to the last name Trump? Like for real. I mean, not that many people I know are ever named Trump, but the name Trump is going down forever throughout. As long as America exists, Donald Trump's legacy is the name Trump is going to be ruined forever.
It's amazing. Yeah. My cousin said stomp his ass day.
And that's brilliant because you just put the emphasis like somewhere else. Stump us ass.
Stump us ass. Yeah. Stumpus Trumpus Day.
Hey, shout out to Shan in the chat room saying, here my guys go. Finally got enough strength to watch my favorite live show. I've been going through withdrawals 4 days. Squirrels and acorns. Shan, we're glad to see you. We didn't know that you were sick, and hope everything is fine and hope you recover quickly.
Yeah, I remember Shan was traveling. You remember she was in I don't think she was in a hotel room last time we saw her. She was so I hope everything is all right. I mean, I'm in your home state, home skillet. So rock and roll. Yeah, so I mean, First, Biden better not mess this up, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Biden just better not mess this up. And because all roads lead to doing whatever we want to do, and we have to get rid of the filibuster.
Yes.
Right. So like before I get into Biden's COVID-19 plan, which we're going to talk about in a second here. Man, he can't mess this up because there's no excuse for us to not, as my man Arun from Bernie World said yesterday on No Miki's channel, but I've been thinking about it. It was just brilliant. It was just like, it's time for us to wield power. And what does that mean? Well, the first thing that I said was we need to wield power by stacking the courts. Yeah, I know it's like Republicans can be dirty and just be like, y'all deal with it because that's what we're gonna do. Right. Democrats have this, I don't know, this crazy, I have to go by the book unless it's Wall Street. Right? Let's go by the book unless it's Wall Street.
Exactly.
Right. So I think the first thing we do is stack the courts, and the second thing we do is get rid of the filibuster.
Yep. No, I mean, no, seriously. If we not, I interviewed somebody, David Parrish. He wrote the book "It's Time to Fight Dirty," and it's time for us to stack the courts, for us to repeal the filibuster, to make DC and Puerto Rico states. The whole list of things that we have been avoiding, and I say we very loosely. I'm talking about the Democrats. When they have power, they always avoid these types of moves that could actually give them advantage in the long run, because they believe that they were dealing with a group that was actually someone they could negotiate with. They didn't realize Republicans were terrorists, right? And I think we finally came to terms with the fact that this branch of conservatism are literally terrorists.
That's it. And now that we have that, and now that we know that we're going to create dog whistles around them, and now that we know that we have the House and the Senate, it is time. Yes, I will say it. I'm not going to say anyone should be hurt, but I am going to say this. It is time for white supremacists to feel like the minority.
Yeah.
It is time for them. It's time for white supremacists. It's time for whiteness, not white people. It's time for whiteness and white supremacy to feel like the minority in America. Because you know what? Y'all are right to be afraid, because we're coming, right? We got brothers and sisters, indigenous brothers and sisters, Latinx brothers and sisters. You got, black brothers and sisters, all kinds of brothers and sisters, people of color, AAPI, and they all having sex.
Facts.
You got to think about, like, this is something I want to remind Earth real quick. Unless you a test tube baby, every single one of y'all, somebody smashed. Somebody got smashed for every single person watching this show. So that means there's 324 people watching this live. That was 324 times somebody was getting it in.
I know it connects somehow. Connects the dots.
Well, the dots is that we keep growing, and we're not going to stop. We're going to have a majority in this country, and y'all are afraid of it. And that's the reason why they were afraid of it. Basic demographics, basic numbers, right? Basic logic is, the country, unfortunately, they did set this country up on white supremacy, but they also set the country up in order for white supremacy to work. They needed help. They needed the help, and they didn't want to do the help. So y'all allowed everybody, y'all stole some people. Y'all gave cheap labor to some people.
Yep. Because see, you got to understand, right? Capitalism don't work. That's the big secret. Capitalism does not work unless you're exploiting somebody. Right? I mean, that's the bottom line. Everybody knows that sentence, that capitalism doesn't work without exploiting somebody. But just cut it. Capitalism doesn't work. It didn't work back then. It isn't working now. We're fooling ourselves. We're exploiting everybody in order to sustain a system that's unsustainable.
Yeah, it's unsustainable because of toxic version of it.
The greed.
The greed. I mean, does capitalism have to be greedy? Let's just. I mean, and I'm not. You know, I'm not an economics major, so I can't. So all my economics majors.
I was.
Oh, you were? Okay, well then
Yeah.
talk to
Yeah.
me. Can capitalism?
It's
Do you
positive.
think capitalism can be non-toxic?
Yeah, it can be. It's called positive sum capitalism, and it is actually just so much more amazing than this shit that we have right now. There, the version of capitalism of economics that we're taught in school, literally, Chicago School of Economics, it is rooted in the idea of well, let me be fair. I don't want to be categorical. There is one concept in there that really triggered me in college, and it was the last dollar, right? Concept, and it was refining your efficiency as a company to take the last dollar from your customer. That's when I knew. I said, "Oh, this shit is evil."
Oh, so you mean to tell me it's not meant? It's not good. Capitalism is not.
Not the way we do it. Absolutely not.
So I've been saying this a lot. You heard me say it on the morning trap. You heard me say it in the Clickbaity political thirst trap. You heard me say it in other people's shows. I'm gonna say it again. When it comes down to being black and brown, you can't support capitalism as it is right now and say you're going to help out our communities.
Oh, you sharpened up. Hey, you came through that signal, that Tallahassee signal.
Oh, it did. This is
Yeah,
my mama signal. So you keep every time you talk about my signal, you're talking about my mama, bro.
I'm gonna shut my mouth.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
That signal is amazing. Let me tell you something. I don't even know what kind of crap I got over here. What's wrong with my picture now? Oh man.
Yeah. So I mean, we got a couple things. Again, you are watching Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. If you are watching right now, we are without our brother Mondale, the clown in chief, and angry and happy brother all at the same time. I love that dude, man.
Hey, bro, put up Shane's comment real quick. Just her most recent one. So it taught me how to dismantle the system.
Oh yeah,
they should have kept me ignorant, boy. They should have let me go to nobody's school on some student loans. I owe so much money in student loan debt, boy. I need Joe Biden. Come on, man. 50,000 is just the beginning. Can we go up to like 200,000 maybe?
I mean, he just needs to cancel all. He needs to cancel all of it. Shit. You know what? But I mean, we still need our reparations package, man.
Facts.
You know, Rep 1. Let's do our reparations package and fight for and then add student loans to it, man. Like we gotta be able to put some of these cats in the corner, man. Like if we don't do that, we're in trouble. Look at my signal. My signal does look good. Right, okay, yeah. I just had to look at myself. I didn't realize how bad off I was. I'm in and out, man. So
you know what it is? I think they're sent. You know what? You probably look fine to the audience because I think StreamYard is cheating by degrading the signal it's sending me. That's smart of them. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Yeah, it's smart of them. Like, cause I don't have to see you in high resolution so long as they see you in the high resolution. So
yeah, okay. Well, I mean, as long as it works, man. I got notes, man. I got notes that I took, and I really wanted to go into before we go into Biden. I kind of wanted to go into the FBI because the FBI is to investigate. Congress wants the FBI to investigate Parler.
Them motherfuckers in trouble, bro.
Now, you know, I mean, if you just want to nip it in the bud, right? Like,
man, I'm so glad COINTELPRO ain't gonna be after us no more.
I mean,
you know, black folks are good Americans, bro. We the real patriots. We saved America twice in 1 year, in 1 month.
Right. I mean, but here's the problem about white supremacy, right? Like, oh my God, I got to do it again. Yes, we saved it. There's some people in the FBI who are so upset with Donald Trump. Like, first off, every government agency hates the rank and file hates Donald Trump.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah.
There's nobody except probably like, I don't know, maybe I don't even think the military rank and file really falls behind him like that, right? So pretty much he's a pretty disliked character. So, but the problem is people who work for the federal government who are white might not want to ever accept the fact, like law enforcement agencies might not ever want to accept the fact that black people saved them.
Yeah, but if the FBI now, because this is what them white folks didn't them saltines ain't realize. They were marching up the steps of ultimately not white supremacy. It is white supremacy, but it was white supremacy plus. They didn't realize the steps that they were marching up was a little bit bigger than white supremacy. It's white supremacy plus empire. These niggas, they marched up the steps of the greatest empire in the history of the world, and they think it's going to end well for them.
Yeah, they do. And at this point, we have to like, man, let's keep it real, right? Like their coup failed, but the next one might work. And one thing that I heard someone say was the first coup always fails, but it's the second one.
But now I have to talk to the military industrial complex. We after y'all, but not like, not like talking about like these white folks who I'm about to put the devil against the devil.
Yeah, go
these
ahead.
White folks who y'all been coddling for since the founding of this country will destroy your profit margins. If y'all want to keep y'all little nasty, greasy capitalism, y'all gonna have to get rid of white supremacy.
Yeah. I mean, no, you know what? I'm pushing back on that. I want all of it. I don't want their capitalism and I don't want their white supremacy.
One devil at a time. One devil at a time.
I mean, nah, let's force the vote. Let's act like the crazy white folks and just force the vote on everything.
Yeah. Hey man, listen, let's force. I'm dead ass with you when you say force the vote on reparations, bro. Force the vote so we could clean house. Everybody who think they're gonna fix their mouth to be against reparations after black folks saved this country twice in 1 month, man, we'll rearrange the entire Senate.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get all these chats off the screen. Y'all saying some cool stuff, man. I do want to point out something that's kind of important to me, right? And that is, so I'm gonna say this right here. This is not to poke and pry anyone, and not even to cause drama. But I said I was gonna do this because I asked for a response on Twitter and he didn't respond to me. Now maybe I didn't give him enough time, but he didn't respond to me, and the organization didn't respond to me.
Who that?
The Movement for a People's Party. That's right. I'm talking about them right now. The Movement for a People's Party. I bring them up because they got the endorsements from, Dr. West. I think Nina supports them in some way. Even though she is running as a Democrat, right?
That's it. Right. When is her race anyway? It's coming up soon, right?
It's coming up soon. We got to look for a Trap Squad. Help us find that out. Dr. Barbara, I believe a lot of folks are in that organization. And here's the thing. And I don't want to quote Tim Black per se, but I want to bring this up because, man, brother Tim had just the perfect take on it, but I'm going to add something to it.
Shout out Tim Black.
Shout out to Tim Black, bro. Like, we're either an extension of his show or he's an extension of ours, but that brother,
it's the blackness.
It's the blackness, man. That guy's on point. That guy's on point, and he looked like he'll fuck you up too. So
he's a big dude. I met him a couple times.
I'm talking about he don't look
y'all
like
about the same height. I ain't fucking with either one.
Yeah, he don't look like he's suffering no fools, right?
Shout out to Wolfpack. Wolfpack is in the house. I see y'all in the chat room.
So check this out, man. It's real simple, right? Before we start clowning anybody, right? I just want to keep it real simple. I don't want to see no more new organizations that call themselves progressives now and say the word reparations in it.
Facts.
And when you utilize your black favorites and say, well, that's our reparations, that's what you getting, then then it's not a people's party. It's a white people's party.
Hasn't it always been white people? Say it again.
It's not a people's party. It's a white people's party. Oh, I mean, at this point, they should have learned. At this point, they should have learned. At this point, they should have probably learned. And I'm not trying to turn anybody off to them. If you want to go and you want to go third party and you want to go with the People's Party, then that's dope. Like join them. They have a good cause, except for the big blaring thing that's missing from a progressive organization. And that is they don't have nothing about reparations on their platform. So
wait a minute, what? Man,
come on, man. Come on.
It just registered what you said.
Yeah. Come on now.
Because all that noise they talking and they don't even have like how you radical.
Come on.
How you declare yourself a radical and you can't even fight on behalf of reparations? Like one of the most powerful things that we could do in the history of humanity is to repair the damage done to Black people. If you repair the damage done to Black people in this country, it is a revolution by definition. So how you gonna be a radical and not support reparations? I honestly learned that from Ta-Nehisi Coates, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna front and act like I was all pro reparations the entire time. I think I was pretty much, if I'm being honest with myself, I was in the camp of crackers ain't gonna ever give us nothing, right? And then I heard Ta-Nehisi argue actually against Bernie the same argument. He said, "I'm with Bernie. My kids support Bernie." You know, he said with his New York accent, he was like, "But how you a radical and you stop at reparations?"
How? I mean, it's not necessarily rocket science here. I'm not. I don't think you or I are trying to like. Here's my thing. So I inboxed Nick. So Nick, if you watching this, because I know it's gonna get to him, but here's the problem: I don't got a blue check, so they think they don't have to respond to like people who don't have blue checks and stuff like that.
Blue check. I ain't got no blue check. I haven't been on.
But you should have one. I might need you to actually like boost this episode just so it can reach.
Oh, we do retweets. I just don't say anything.
But you understand what I'm saying, because this is a message. This is a message that I want to get out to people.
All right, hit that retweet for me, David.
Yeah, here's a message that I want to get out to people. Don't start no more organizations and call yourself progressive unless you are have some version of centering Black folks' issues. Because you're not gonna win.
We built this goddamn country and we saved it.
No, right? Even more importantly, they're not gonna win. They're just not like it's mathematically impossible for them to win. It's like okay, you still got Republicans who outnumber your white people.
y'all white people wild,
right?
Y'all white people, y'all cousins, and they'll march up the steps and try to overthrow this entire government. Y'all wild, bro.
Right. So Republicans outnumber your white people, right? If you start a new organization and you got and you only got like what, a couple 100,000 followers on your social media, you really ain't winning elections, and you ain't got an office in South Carolina. And you ain't got an office, like, and you're not saying anything about reparations. But here's the thing. Here's the irony of it. And I'm not saying this to big up Biden, because I'm not content with Biden just being there. I saw your little post earlier. I'll post that earlier off if we were content with Biden. Where is he? Where did he say that shit? Where is he?
You mean that? Oh, in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat. He was like, "Are you guys happy? Y'all just okay that Biden is?" I'll find it. Whatever. I can't find it. But I mean, you know, the point that I was getting at. I gotta show that one.
I think I lost my. I think I can't do my Jim Clyburn anymore. It's just set it up.
You gonna start another war for the boss?
See, every time I keep going to Obama, like, but it's I can't do it. I lost. I got to learn it again. But yeah, James Clyburn. Shout out to him for being James Clyburn, doing what he did.
Doing what he does, man. And Bush walked up to him and said, "You saved America." See, why do these? Okay, I'm gonna finish my point, but I need to cut over. Why do these people keep saying that Bernie would have lost the general election?
Because
it's not mathematically sound. It's not politically sound.
In a way, it is, because Democrats would have helped them lose. They
would. You mean to Trump? You think Democrats would have helped Trump win a
quietly behind the scenes?
No. Because no. You know why I don't think that? Because Democrats are lemmings. See, play that out for me. Here's my thing, right? They're the ones who invented vote blue no matter who, not progressives. They
Right.
did,
Oh,
right?
they would have flipped on that just like they flipped on me too. Talking about
Yeah.
sloganeering.
Well, what I'm saying to you is that corporate America Democrats, I don't think they, even if Bernie had a won the nomination straight up, they don't have another go-to. They just go with whoever they're told to go to. Half of these folks didn't even like a senator, then
I
Senator Harris.
I grant you all of that. I just think that there are some Democrats who would have been willing to I think there's some powerful Democrats who would have been willing to endure a second term of Trump versus the possibility of actually having their taxes raised.
That shit is deep.
I just
You know, like, here's my thing. I think that they're so stubborn to their cause that, you see what I'm saying?
I thought so too, but they showed that they flipped on a whole lot. Now it's all done. Thank God 45 is gone. We gonna Joe Biden declared white supremacy is equivalent to domestic terrorism. So I'm gonna leave him be for another day. He bought himself a day with that line. We have to see what he does for us tomorrow.
He bought himself a couple of seconds,
Yeah.
Ben.
You know what I mean? Hey, he bought himself like he tomorrow. What you gonna do for us tomorrow, Joe? You gotta do more than talk this time.
Yeah, listen. All right, so back to the movement for a People's Party.
Yeah.
Listen, Nick. And I consider Nick a friend, and there's black people who work for him. But man, don't start another party on some white people shit. Right. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, like a lot of what they're doing is off of what Bernie was doing. They like basically built a party around Bernie's platform. And it's like what everybody's hoping is eventually, and they might be right, eventually all the black people are going to come on over to Medicare for all. Damn our issues. The only thing we care about is Medicare for all. Let's make sure that all the white people and black people got health care. And my neighborhood is good. I'm good. Good. Life is great. I'm a healthy black man. Here I am, a healthy black American, right? All is good. Nothing to pow, 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 cops, pow, 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 dead.
Bro. Why are we even laughing at this shit?
Because the shit is funny. because it's funny, right? Like, you know, I'm just tired of organizations and people and progressives who like don't get it. And the problem is that they're leaving this wide door open for Joe Biden.
Right.
Like, progressives could have been owning everything that Joe Biden's going to slowly get to.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I thought that was I didn't know. That was
it wasn't even a pregnant pause. I was just quiet on that one, man.
I don't honestly, bro. The things that the things that were necessary for us to even get to this point right now alone shows how much the Democratic Party owes black people. Not to mention what this country owes black people. And not to mention the fact that this country in general, not just in terms of what we did building this country, but seriously, in almost every way imaginable, black folks literally saved America in November and then did it again in January, right? Because if you think about this, imagine how much more emboldened those Donald Trump supporters would have been marching up the steps victoriously this time, right? Because a lot of people make the mistake of thinking they would not have reacted this way if they won. They reacted this way when they won in 2016. I think they would have escalated. They would have been amped up even more had Donald Trump won a second time. I think that they were demoralized enough for them to only have 5,000 people there. Imagine, or however many thousand people they had there. Imagine all them clowns coming up here for inauguration with that same energy. I just think it can't be overstated the fact that Donald Trump and his goons really pose a serious threat to this country. And if they hadn't been beaten at the ballot box, that would have been it for our democracy.
Agreed. So if they had got up there right now, we would Man, at this point, CNN and MSNBC would have been shut down, and they would have been playing pool with your little bald head. Like,
Bro, hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie, I fully expected the feds to come knock down my door this summer over this George Floyd period, because Trump was wilding. Like, to me, the George Floyd moment and how he cleared out the protesters right outside the White House, man, that to me, that was a signal that it was time. Like, it was like everybody who had been planning to do something, it was right then, because the president of the United States declared war on democracy back then. And somehow we survived that moment. And these fools took that to mean that they needed to march up the steps and try to destroy the Capitol.
yeah, no, that was their that was their plan. And it was not only just a whack bad plan, it was a dangerous plan.
Yeah.
That they just, I mean, man, I don't know. I'm not turning the other cheek, man. Like that's for them. That's for that generation before the generation before mine, right? Like, I don't even think Martin Luther King would want them to turn the other cheek after they killed him.
We ain't turning no more cheeks.
You know, we ain't turning no cheeks, right? So, no, absolutely, we can't. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. We know that reparations is owed to the Black community. I just wish I had more allies. And what I need white folks to stop doing is stop trying to find Black people who agree with you.
No comment.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, like, don't not give them the whole story.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah. Oh,
you know what I mean? Because like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, with Jimmy Dore and going and talking to Dr. West. Who talked to Dr. West? It was Jimmy Dore and Dr. West, right?
Yeah, I was thinking of the other person.
He said it on this show before Jimmy Dore talked to him. Man, I should have talked to y'all before I even went and talked to Jimmy Dore.
Yep.
Because white folks will move on us without us even thinking about it and without us having some kind of consensus. And we'll sign on to some shit, and then y'all put our face on a fucking flyer. And then we're
ashamed of yourself, little young lady.
Yeah, like, slow down. You know what I mean? Slow down. So, like, this is enough of me bashing on other progressives, but I am gonna bash on people who don't who try to utilize Black folks, man. And I know that Dr. West is a part of that, but I promise you this: I bet you if I call Dr. West, y'all could watch this. I bet you if I call Dr. West and had a conversation about that, he'd talk about it. Go ahead.
Right, because check me out. Here's what you said it at the very beginning of your sentence. You said stop trying to go find Black people to agree with you and not giving them the whole story, because if you give them the whole story, in truth, Dr. West would have came to, I believe, because we all adhere to the same kind of rules. Like, when we find out something true, if it disagrees with us, we change our mind, right? And so they could not possibly give Dr. West the entire story or the entire framing of it. They just wanted him to come on and just, speak truth to power, because that's the beautiful hustle at the moment. The hustle, like, he's coming there to speak truth to power from the sincerity of his heart, inserting into a system, that little group who made it seem like they wanted to speak truth to power collectively as a group, but they weren't really about that, man. I'm sorry, not that dude, not Jimmy.
Well. While Dr. West always shows up to speak truth to power, what were they doing? What were they doing? They were trying to use him as a Black shield.
Credibility.
Right. And I don't know. I'm willing to talk about it with them cats. I am, because, like, as much as I've been a life,
you're a better man than me. I mean, I'm saying literally because you're a better man than me, because I was you saw how I responded, so we need you, Doc. We need you.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to have the conversation, but, like, the problem is that they can't have this conversation happen. Like, just
right.
Dude, here's the thing: I'm a professional at being ignored by white progressives. You can't beat me at it. And I also know how to build my own platform and talk about it, right? So be on my own platform and talk about it, since y'all won't let me. Like, listen, I can't be the spokesperson for Movement for a People's Party, because they already learned their lessons from Bernie. We need Black people who say and talk and do exactly how we ask them to do it, right? It's the reason why Tim Black stopped rocking with him. Like, Tim Black stopped rocking with him because they didn't have reparations on the platform. When he said that, I was like, oh, wow, wait a minute. They don't have reparations? They're supposed man, what could one organization not named Marianne Smith for America? Could one white organization please support reparations?
Oh no, I have a couple. They're gonna be lining up. Cause push come to shove, we're gonna get reparations one way or the other. The government gonna do it, or we're gonna change the government. I mean, like vote them out. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a revolution or anything like that.
Yeah, not this, not on
Yeah,
clickbaity political thirst trap.
no. That's when the wild boys that marched up the Capitol. That's the folks who want to overthrow America. Them those white liberals. I mean, the white conservatives.
Right. I mean, and at this point, it's like you almost to me, when you ignore the conversation about reparations, you literally just ignoring your neighbors and how they got there. Right. If I see a woman who like is scared shitless because she turns a corner and there's a 6'4" black guy that's standing in front of her face, I might be a little offended, but I'm also fully aware that I'm a 6'4" black dude. You just ran up on me. Like, I'm not a big teddy bear. They don't walk around this big, even though I am a big teddy bear. Like, I understand when people show up into some spaces and call every guy that they meet a misogynist, or call every woman that they meet toxic feminine. Like, I understand it because people have their triggers, right? And experience has happened. But that empathy for black people from white folks is just so hard to come by, that racist white folks got to attack non-racist white folks in the Capitol for them to actually, for a president to actually say the words white supremacy in a damn inauguration.
Yeah. And isn't it a twist of irony that, sorry folks, it was catchy, I have to say it, Jim Crow Joe is the one who gets up there and declares white supremacy is analogous to domestic terrorism.
It is funny.
It's off to a good start. Now we got to see what you're doing tomorrow, champ. But so far, so good.
I mean, it is funny. And have we gone all in for Joe Biden? I know I haven't, man. I know I haven't. It was a good first day. And the only reason why I say it was a good first day is because I literally don't know what's possible, because I've never seen anybody do anything for us.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, I have nothing to measure it against. Like, it's a good first day because the last time I saw somebody signing something with black folks on it, it was the crime.
Bro, this is an inflection point, though, bro. I almost missed that.
I don't.
He got a lot of signing to do and make up for that one signing he did back then, bro. But it's a good start. It's a good start. But the biggest thing, man, it's an inflection point, because I have never seen a period in American history where white supremacy in writing, in that speech, white supremacy should be on its hind feet, right? In reality, they're still gonna be shooting us.
Yeah,
we got some shit to handle.
Yeah, until they figure it out systemically, right? Like, and I mean, I said this on the show earlier in the morning show, and I gotta say it again. They don't even have the mechanism to figure out how they fix this stuff. Like, how do you, if Joe Biden says, I'm giving the black community $1 billion, he's gonna have to create a new mechanism to make sure that it gets to the community, because somehow Jeff Bezos is gonna get the money before us.
Bro,
somehow it's gonna end up in somebody's campaign coffers. Misty Bowers, I see what you said. You said, number one, make weed legal. 2, fix systemic racism. 3, change the filibuster back to how it's supposed to work and not how it does work, because if used right, it's a tool that we can use. 4, not stack, but unstuck and rebuild the courts. Thank you for your super chat, Misty coming through. And Nestor, We all waiting for it, bro.
They sent me mine. I got mine. But they actually said a paper check. And I'm like, where they do that at?
Right.
A paper check.
I mean, you know what? The things about Biden that still has me skeptical. Like the things about Biden that makes me feel good is he said white supremacy. Like here's my thing. That's a progressive statement to make in public.
Facts.
Even though white progressive organizations might not admit that. That's probably one of the most progressive things that has ever happened from a president in any speech. Barack Obama would have invited the motherfuckers for a beer.
You know what?
I'm just kidding. Barack would have did that.
I'm going to intentionally do the unpopular thing, and I'm going to start defending Barack Obama, not because I like him, but because I think most black, I think a lot of black folks in the same year, in the same time, if we were in the same position as Barack Obama, a lot of us might have gone down the same neoliberal road he did.
Same position at the same time?
Same time, 2008, his rise, I don't know that I would have done it differently. That's all I'm saying. So
no, I would have. I mean, because here's my thing. Like, okay, for instance,
because I was pretty neoliberal in 2008.
You need an ornery, stubborn old white man to say to people, like Joe Biden got confident. Okay, so first, let me say this right here. You might be right on the same token as like Barack, you from Southside Chicago.
Yeah, right? And I'm yeah. Well, is he really?
But no, he's from Hawaii, but still, he organized, and he did quote unquote organize in Southside Chicago. So if you organize in Southside Chicago, if you organize in a place like that, I mean, Southside Chicago is a beautiful yet ratchet place. It is right. Beautiful. There's people who love Chicago, love Southside Chicago, and then we also know that there's a crime problem in Chicago. If you know all this right here, and you know for a fact at this point, for a fact that crack was brought into our communities intentionally, and you know for a fact that ain't nobody in Southside Chicago that owns a gun company. So how the hell are they getting all these guns, right? It's not a conspiracy. Like they find guns on trains from Illinois all the time. I mean, from Indiana all the time. Like that's a factual thing, right? Like what brother, you can't order a bazooka on Amazon, Barack Obama. So who you like, you know what I mean? So who you checking here? Yeah, they coming from somewhere, right? Just like black people don't have coca leaves.
Hey,
you know what
legalizing stuff. Come on, let's go ahead and legalize.
Right, black people don't got coca leaves.
Yeah, I don't want to smoke with nobody on that industry.
Yeah, no, at all, right? So what I mean, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I think there had to be some kind of access point where instead of inviting police officers, 20 years after Rodney, 25 years after Rodney King, he was the president. So he shouldn't be inviting cops to beer summits. Like, who you trying to please? You know the stats.
Well, so let's travel back in time to 2008. You literally could not even barely call someone racist, let alone say the word white supremacy. You couldn't. As evidenced by the fact that the number one weapon they used against Barack Obama was the black liberation preacher, Jeremiah Wright. And something happened in that moment that I think that kind of threw Barack Obama for a loop. And this is why I want to interview him, because I really think Barack Obama expected black folks to have his back in that Jeremiah Wright moment.
No,
they didn't.
That's what all of our pastors said, the same thing.
That's what was so irritating about it. Our pastors said the same goddamn thing all the time. And what pastors came and stood up in that moment for Jeremiah Wright or Barack Obama? Now, I was watching that one really closely because that was right in my wheelhouse. I was actually a preacher back then. And I'm like, where the preachers at? Y'all know y'all say this in y'all church every Sunday. So they didn't stand up, man. They didn't. They left. And so 2 weeks later is when he did that Philadelphia speech 2 weeks after the biggest controversy, he did that Philadelphia speech, and that's when he went full neoliberal. The whole speech in Philadelphia was so drenched in Americana, and it was to distance himself from Jeremiah Wright. So to me, it was like we as a community weren't quite ready to shout white supremacy in 2008. So how can we expect Barack Obama, who not only has, and I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but I'm going to be honest with you, bro. This is spiritual wickedness in high places. Like if we weren't going to stand up and help, if black folks were not in a position to stand, particularly the black church, if the black church was not ready to stand up on behalf of Jeremiah Wright to give Barack Obama some cover in 2008, why should Barack Obama think that he was going to be able to go in and change something for real, which is going to require way more than his speeches? It's going to require, it would have required all hands on deck, but we didn't even show up for him with Jeremiah Wright.
All right. So if what you're saying is true, then he's symbolic.
And I think he accepted that by inauguration day in 2009. I think he accepted that by inauguration day in 2009.
Well, the irony is that them drones weren't symbolic.
But that's the office of the presidency. That's been continued since we built drones.
Yeah,
I want to know from Barack Obama. He needs to. I'm not saying this to cover him. I'm saying this to say maybe there's something that he need to go ahead and speak up now that he got all the money in the world. Ain't nobody.
Here's my thing. He got enough cover now where he can actually tell the truth, right? Because America is telling the truth.
Period.
Right? America is telling the truth in its actions. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what? The ground that people vote on in Georgia was also the ground where people had lynchings up into the 1950s. Right. Like America is telling the truth. So black people stood up and told the truth that we are here. You can't ignore us. You can't run away from us. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to vote your behind out. America's telling the truth. And we got Ossoff, Warnock, and Biden elected. It will be the perfect time for Barack to tell the truth.
I think there's some truth there. Now, here's the possibility. The possibility is you absolutely right. And he just was never one of us to begin with. Because either he encountered something that settled him in. And I tell you, one thing he encountered was Rahm Emanuel. Right. If you read the book Confidence Men, you're going to see that Rahm Emanuel was the very first person to move him off of to demand Barack Obama left the meeting, and Rahm Emanuel in that meeting of his cabinet members told him there's no effing way we're going to let him break up the banks. So one of the first impediments to getting anything done was the guy he chose from Chicago himself.
Yeah. Rahm is an evil bastard, man. But we don't have to get into that. America knows that Rahm's an evil fuck, and that's fine. Listen, we're gonna take a small little break. I'm gonna go ahead but before we take a break, I'm gonna go ahead and let you do your commercial plug.
Yeah.
And before you put these kids before you put yourself on mute again and murder somebody, you need to turn the whole camera off and the volume off. All right. So we don't, because I don't want nobody calling children's services.
We got work to do around here.
Yeah, we got work to do around here, man. So where can they find you at, bro?
Hey, y'all can find me right here on Clickbaity every night at 8:30. And if you happen to wake up in the morning, come and watch us on the morning trap at 8:30. We around the clock. Also, I just want to say this to the Trap Squad watching right now. I know it don't matter to most of y'all, but it matters to me how I show up. And I got a nap tonight. So I'm feeling much better. I got an old man nap and I'm prepared for service. So I'm good to go.
Man, thank you for that. Thank you for showing up awake and alert. We always appreciate your presence here. 1/3 of the Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. I'm Marcus Farrell. Please, if you're watching this post right now, like this post. Like this YouTube stream. Please, if you're watching right now, subscribe to
Do that.
Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap's YouTube page. You can follow us on Patreon at Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap, and we even have a Cash App, and I forgot what it was, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, I think it's Clickbaity is the Cash App. But please, 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 like, you know, like make supporting this show like you take your mean grumpy every day. It's healthy. It's healthy to watch us once a day. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so please like us. And also, would you do me a favor? Would you follow me personally on Twitter? And that's Marcus for America right there. Marcus for America on Twitter. Please follow me. Please follow me tonight. We need to elevate some of our conversations. And if you follow me off of this show and I don't follow you back, then, you know, you make sure you get at me on Twitter and just, you know, yell me down. But with that, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Thank you. Oh, we got 30 more seconds. All right. Yeah, welcome back.
Hey.
I had to take a little time out. And I'm also trying to figure out, if y'all don't know this is the first time that Marcus controlled the stream, not Mondale or Benjamin or even Dwayne, right? No, like I have control of the stream, right?
You can mute my ass.
I can mute you in a heartbeat if you want to. And you know, I owe you about 12 of them.
I don't recall. I don't think I've ever actually muted anybody on purpose. I do know I think I muted you on mistake one time, but
you're full of shit. Like, do you need weed to remember now?
My memory is done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm operating on pure ethos at this point. I got nothing left. My brain is fried.
And tonight those
commercials are real.
Those commercials be real as hell.
No, not. legalize all of it.
Yeah, that actually will mess up my business. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. No, legalize it all.
So speaking of cannabis, one thing that I have not heard yet is a federal decree to legalize cannabis in America today. And I see absolutely no reason why any Democrat in America, including Joe Manchin in West Virginia, who state there are people who are currently putting seeds in the ground and growing medical marijuana right now as we speak. I have zero understanding why we can't go ahead and get cannabis passed legally nationally right now. And I mean, it's just time for there's absolutely just no reason for cannabis to be.
I got one reason.
Why?
Because we got to get black people in position to capitalize on it more than anybody else.
No, that's not the reason they're gonna do it.
No. I'm saying no. I'm saying no. That's them. I'm talking about us. Like, we got to be in position for that, right? And I just know too many weed boys who ain't ready for it, right? They don't have customer service down, right? They don't have the distribution down, right? We got to really help. We got to help the boys on the block be prepared to capitalize when it does become legal. That's what.
I mean, and here's the thing: the federal government and elected officials are probably looking at cannabis right now with real, like, gullible eyes. And I'm going to say gullible because I don't, and I'm in the field and I meet a lot of people. A lot of folks don't know much about cannabis in these state legislatures. They don't. They have no idea. They just know it's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they know that money's involved with it, but they don't know more than that. And what's going to end up happening is because there's no real equity language in the cannabis and cannabis laws across the nation. They might like let's look at Illinois. This is a story out of Illinois. Illinois came out with about 3 sessions of legalizing cannabis. First was the medical marijuana industry, right? Second, they came out with their first round of legal marijuana licenses. This is the state of Illinois. So black folks in the state of Illinois, black and brown folks in the state of Illinois looked around the room and wondered, well, in a state that has with a city like Chicago, in a state that has so many people of color, how come the only folks who have marijuana licenses downtown are white? And they've made billions. So they went and they revisited the law, and they came up with an equity language, equity licenses. They came up with 75 equity licenses. 75 equity licenses that came out January 2nd. You had to apply for them January 2nd of last year. Well, guess what? These equity licenses came out, and guess what? Who only people who really got them?
White people.
Powerful white people. That's right.
Bro, bro, hey, we never even talk about your business a whole lot, and about the commissioner. Oh yeah, there's commissioner. There's somebody we should bring on who discusses this that I've had on my channel. I'll get the name for you. We never we don't talk about your business a lot on air, but we should. when the time is right.
Oh, we will. We will.
Because I swear on everything, like if we ain't gonna have the biggest D boy in the country, legal D boy.
Nah, we can't do that right now, man. But what we can do is we can educate folks. So, I mean, if you live in these states, I want you to put on your radar, right? Open up your eyeballs, right? Especially if you're black or a person of color. Arizona, Alabama, Mississippi, New Orleans, New Jersey. A second round in Florida, possibly. South Carolina down the road, real soon, though, real soon, right? These are the places that I want you guys to kind of keep your eyes open. If you live in one of those states, start checking out what the medical marijuana industry is going to look like, because these states are the ones that just kind of legalized. And you need to start asking your state representative, hey, is there any equity language in the bill? Is there any guaranteed provisions that black and brown folks can get this bill? Am I going to be able to afford putting in an application fee? Because these application fees go from anywhere from $1,000 to $250,000, right?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So we need to. I need folks to kind of be a little bit more political.
Who you pay? Who are you paying those fees to?
The state. Now, sometimes it's refundable.
Okay.
I'm not giving up all the game yet, though.
No.
I want people to do their research.
You want them to come download your app. That's what we want them to do.
That's right. That's right. So I mean, and trust me, we will have that squirrel burn sometime soon, man. We're gonna have that squirrel. We're gonna have the squirrel strain.
Can I help design it? we gotta get the squirrel game. We gotta get the acorn strain. We get shit, man. Anyway, but no, man. Like I really want to see, as Shan was saying in the chat room. I'm reading all y'all chats. Shan was like, there's some D girls on the block too, and she said that they know customer service. I was like, okay. You probably right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, man. No, man. Women drug dealers are way better than men. You know what I mean? And they're more dangerous because they will kill you fast. I know.
Just don't fuck with a black woman like who already crossed the Rubicon and ain't put up, man. Shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So I do want to get back to this COVID vaccination. I just got my COVID vaccination today.
How you feeling?
One shot. I feel good. Like I feel good. I'm alive. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they make you sit there and you wait like 30 minutes. right? And don't get me wrong, like I'm fully aware. You know, my ancestors, my Tuskegee Airmen, Tuskegee ancestors were like, "Don't do it too soon." But
It was in
you
your
know,
blood warning you, huh?
listen, the one thing that happened with me was I was in the military, so they already put that chip in me at some point. I don't know whether it was in boot camp or when I was. So if there is a chip, I already got it. Y'all know my blood type. Y'all know all my information. Y'all can
Why are
hit the
we so
button and I'm
scared of the
off.
chip?
Huh?
I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent, but why is everybody so scared of a chip? It's technology.
It's the mark of the beast, my brother. Knick knack, paddywhack.
It's the mark of the beast, man. Make
It is the
America
mark of the beast.
make
You want the
America
white
great
man to
again.
track you at all your movements? Do
You
you want the white man to know exactly how many spermatozoids you are producing per hour? Yeah, well, I mean that too. Well, then you should be more careful about when you decided you're going to run up in city halls and try to murder everybody, man.
them
Like,
dummies, man. Them dummies. They so dumb, man.
yeah,
It's I mean, like, because to me, it's like, listen, they already know everything there is to know about everybody. Come on, man. Y'all worried about the mark of the beast. Y'all could be, we could, I
yeah,
digress.
yeah. Please do. So I wanted to bring up this article right here. Mitch McConnell wants to push Donald Trump's Senate impeachment trial to mid-February. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has proposed to Majority Leader Chuck Schumer that former President Donald Trump's impeachment trial should start mid-February and laid out the preferred timing during a conference call with Republican colleagues Thursday. Multiple sources on the call. Included in Mitch McConnell's proposal is a deal to begin the Senate proceedings in February so that both sides can properly prepare for Trump's second impeachment trial. And according to multiple people on the call, Schumer would be open to this proposal, giving him more time to confirm President Joe Biden's cabinet nominees. Now, check this out. Ain't no reason to wait. Matter of fact, why? Listen, why do we even have to worry about what a fuck ass boy like Mitch McConnell has to say about anything? We have the House, we have the Senate. Let's get rid of the filibuster and completely ignore that turtle looking fuck forever. What's your thoughts?
How many years does Joe Manchin have left? He doesn't have like 4 more years on his term.
I think I don't know. We could find out. Trap scholars find out.
He's the only. I think that clown would flip the Senate for Republicans if Joe Biden actually tried to do anything, serious. But short of that, there is no excuse. Short of that, there's literally no excuse. And to me, that's not an excuse for them to not try. Like for me, it's like y'all better try. And then if Joe Manchin flips, then we know what we got to do with Joe Manchin in 4 years.
Well, he's a good name, but also we gotta like Paula Jean, right?
For a second.
Yeah, she's up there, you know. Did my camera go there?
Yeah. Paula Jean, she ran a race, and I think the biggest thing with I think the biggest thing people have to know in these races is if you don't win the first time, you got to keep coming back. I mean, look at Corey Bush. Corey Bush took down a whole dynasty coming back and running a second time. And there's a lot of good candidates I knew in 2016 who lost in 2016, and then we just never heard from them again. So, I guess the moral of the story is that you gotta try to filibuster long enough for Marcus to get back.
Oh, I'm trying. I'm getting it all together at my mama house. Let y'all say something about my mama house though.
So
talking to you.
Who, me?
No, I think when Manchin's term ends when 2025. So that's 4 years from now. Whoo. Joe Manchin, like he's problematic, but on the same token, like, and I mean, if y'all look on my Facebook page, I got a nice little picture with Joe Manchin.
Bro, the pendulum is going to swing back so far. God give us grace. That pendulum going to swing so far that Joe Manchin type Democrat will be seen as a white supremacist. That's
well. So wait. The
zero,
pendulum
zero, zero,
swinging back which way?
back towards
Progressives.
the moral arc of the universe is going in
Oh
our
yeah,
direction.
about time. No, this is it's gonna. It might loop.
It's gonna flip over.
Yeah, it might loop. It's gonna, and what's gonna happen is gonna start hitting the super white supremacists hate everything Republicans faster than everybody else. Oh, the pendulum has to swing, and it's gonna make, like, I'm gonna tell you something now. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Joe Biden is already making a certain segment of Democrats uncomfortable by even mentioning helping Black people.
X.
That you don't use this language if you're trying to win Iowa.
Here's a beautiful thing about the pendulum swinging, though, man. Wait, no, finish that thought.
No, you don't. So I'm interested in seeing what else happens, right? Like, I'm really interested in seeing when Wall Street go ahead and just jumps in and gets in the game. And what we're going to see in this pendulum swing is if, I mean, like for instance, Jamie Harrison is now did his first address as the DNC chair.
Nice.
Jamie Harrison, DNC chair. So you got a guy who said white supremacist, and the Democratic Party chair is a Black guy, and the Florida Democratic Party chair is now a Black guy too. By the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't know that. By the way, still has a problematic executive director, but hands off. So I guess my thing is the Democratic Party going to be? What I'm afraid of is the Democratic Party is just going to separate the Black folks from the progressives. So that's why I'm questioning the movement for a People's Party. I'm questioning.
Well, finish that thought.
I'm questioning all the white progressive organizations that don't have reparations on their ticket. I'm questioning all the white. And if you don't have reparations, then show me a defund police plan or a police reform plan that is better than what we've seen, right? And they don't have that either. Show me a Medicare for all plan that has equity provisions in it.
Yeah.
You can't, I mean, Rep One, man. Hey, y'all go to Twitter, y'all go to Facebook, and y'all say, listen, we can't have Medicare for all without Rep One. Y'all do that. How about that? How about that, Trap Squad?
One thing for me, because you said you said it twice tonight. You think the Democratic Party is going to successfully remove Black people from progressives? Expound on that, if you don't mind.
Democrats are now dealing with a bunch of people, like Mondale says all the time. Democrats are dealing with a bunch of voters who've never engaged in voting, like haven't engaged in voting since 2008, all over the nation. It's a whole segment of people who are interested in politics, and a lot of them are Black.
This is
right.
True.
We're so stuck, like these white organizations are stuck on first class driven policies that they don't even understand that the Democrats are not catching on. I mean, the Republicans did it first. The Republicans caught on to Black people's statements and what the streets were saying. Black folks just knew y'all aren't safe.
Yeah, we knew they were gaslighting us.
Yeah, we knew they were gaslighting us. A couple of us didn't, and they ended up being Candace Owens. They opted out, like I said the other night. They decided we were going to opt out of our Blackness.
Would it be too much for? Would it be too? I'm asking the audience this in general. Would I be doing too much if we made space for Candace Owens to come back from the dark side? That is, to come back from the white side, not the dark side. The dark side is where she should have been in the first place. Anyway,
on your channel,
I'm not saying like on our content channel. I'm just saying like for me, it's like I actually am rooting for everybody Black, even the people who responded to white supremacy the wrong way. I mean, sometimes it costs you your life, like Herman Cain. I can't help him, but maybe Diamond and Silk can see the light and come back over to the dark side because they've been over there with anyway. This is a thought.
I mean, listen, you got to, first off, a lot of people don't.
Oh, look at the audience. The audience is like, hell no.
That's right. Nah. That's Tariq. Tariq Muhammad.
I'm trying to see like how far. I'm trying to see how far this forgiveness thing can actually go, because sometimes you go a little too far with it.
I mean, y'all, I'm gonna tell you what happens sometimes though.
Possibly.
Dr. Claw 77. Get you a new strain, Ben.
Oh no.
Listen, this is important conversation, man. Like, as my camera keeps going out. So I'm actually going to. It's an important conversation as my camera keeps going out. So I'm going to have this. I'm going to make my statement, and then I think we're going to call it a night, man.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Candace Owens is also a victim of the Democratic Party not choosing her either. A lot of people don't know that Candace Owens was trying her hardest to be a Democratic pundit for a long period of time.
Had to eat, bro.
Right? And she, in the establishment gatekeeper class that we hate so much, didn't let her in. So what did she do? What did she do?
She took the wrong way around.
She took the wrong way, bro. Right? And that happens a lot. So I just wanted to point that out. I wanted to point out a couple of things, man. But because my camera's not charged, and I want to finish this show, and I want to thank everybody for joining us. Ben, you got any final words?
Y'all stay black. That's it.
Yeah, and I promise you, I'm gonna charge my camera. Clickbaity, Political Thirst Trap will be back on tomorrow night, with Mondale included. Y'all make sure y'all check us out. Make sure tomorrow morning y'all tune into the Morning Trap on the Ben Dixon channel. And do me a favor, man. Y'all, make sure you like this post. And I got some more homework for y'all, because nobody passed last time. So we're gonna try to do it again tomorrow. Instead of 10 people, bring 2 people.
Bro, we can do friends and family like you do at church. Friends and family day.
Yeah, bring in 2 people. Just tomorrow afternoon, if I can get everybody to say, just bring 2 people and say, watch. Oh, it's Friday night. So you know what? Friday night might be a little difficult. But I mean, what y'all doing going out anyway? Y'all ain't got the damn ain't got the vaccine yet. Just stay your ass inside. I have fucking in the COVID.
That's got layers.
So listen. Bring 2 people, man, and then tag them on this post and be like, I brought my person. True Trap Squad members, I'm going to check y'all out. I'm going to call y'all out. Chuck Diesel, I'm going to call you out, Rich. I'm going to call you out, Shan. I'm going to call you out, Ken. I'm going to call out all the True Trap Squad members who y'all bring somebody with you. Dr. Claw, I'm going to call you out. Let me see who else I'm going to call. Gerald.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna call folks out tomorrow for not bringing somebody. So y'all better bring somebody tomorrow night and tell them to like our post.
Come tomorrow night. Y'all bring somebody tomorrow night, and at the end, we're gonna give everybody a pass to the patron party. We'll make sure. I'm doing the patron party over for my channel, but anybody who's part of Clickbaity, if y'all are here tomorrow night, everybody invited.
Hey, real quick, Trap Squad, do y'all like Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap? Let us know. Real talk.
Squirrels up, acorns up.
Acorns up. Before I let y'all go, man. Acorns up. If y'all like Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap and y'all want us to keep rocking and rolling, especially with a good camera and some decent internet, man, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, man. Squirrels up. Squirrels up. All right, that's what I wanted to see, man. There you go. So, all right, folks, listen, it's been a good one. We'll see you tomorrow morning for the Morning Trap, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon for Clickbaity Political Thirst Trap. Same time, same bat channel, same black channel. Let's kind of go.